How you guys doing today? It's nice to see your. It's nice to see your little 6-inch box, man, ladies. I'll answer any questions that I can.
John, what's the biggest challenge with preparing for a team that you just don't really know much about? Do you go back? How much do you go back on what Matt Rule's done in the past, or just how do you go about this process?
Well, we did a lot of work. We watched Temple. We watched Baylor. We've watched anything we can get our hands on. It's a little bit like when you were a high school coach. You used to drive across the county to exchange films. But unfortunately, their coach never showed up, so you don't get any tape to look at. It's a challenge, there's no doubt. What are they going to play in 3rd and 5? What are they going to play in goal line, short yardage? We'll just trust our preparation, trust our rules, do the best we can.
John, playing a guy like Christian McCaffrey is a pretty monumental task in everything that he can do. What's a general game plan with a guy like that? He's probably going to get some yards. Is it basically just so he doesn't go off kind of a situation?
Well, you got to know who you're dealing with. He's a great tailback. He can function in a 2-back set. He's a great receiver out of the backfield. He's a versatile weapon. He's a guy you can put in a slot. He can run option routes and seam routes, and he's got a wide array of skills that you got to account for. We'll see a guy like that in Alvin Kamara next week. Most of the teams in pro football are finding guys like this, and Carolina arguably has the very best. So we got to know where 22 is, that's for sure.
John, you got 5 games, I guess, last year, Bridgewater, and you know him before that. Is there anything that stands out to you about him that makes him different, or you kind of know most of what you need to know about him?
Well, like I said earlier, we've been watching Baylor, we've been watching Temple, we've been watching LSU's offense, and we've been watching Saints offense to get ready for the Carolina offense. So it's been a challenge that way. We know Teddy's a good player. He's a good leader, and he's going to give us all we want. You're not going to fool him very often, and he's an accurate passer if you get him time. So we've talked about Malik Collins, our young defensive line. We've got to be up to the challenge.
Coach Gruden, Levi Edwards with Raiders.com. Earlier this week, Rule mentioned that you were a mentor to him from far away while he was at Temple, and also from previous coaching experience in the NFL. And I was wondering, with that statement, how much respect do you have for Coach Rule going into his first game as an NFL head coach?
Well, obviously, I got a lot of respect for him. That's awful nice to hear that he would say something like that. But when I was obviously coaching and doing Monday Night Football, I followed him at Temple. Had a lot of respect for him, what he did at Temple, man. And then he went to Baylor and turned that program around after a lot of bad things had happened. This is one hell of a coach. He's a great guy, and you can see why he was coveted by Carolina to be their coach. So we know with Bridgewater, McCaffrey, and the Carolina Panthers, Matt Rule, we're going to have our hands full.
John, obviously you're popping over to the East Coast for this game. Is there anything that you've done as a team to prepare for that time zone difference, or is that something that you've been?
Come on, man. We've been practicing at 7 a.m. here every day. What do you think? I mean, we're ready for one thing. We're ready for LSU, Baylor, Temple. We're ready for everything. We are ready for the time change. We've been practicing at 7 a.m. So the clock going off early is not going to bother anybody, I don't think.
Hey, John, this is Vic. I wanted to ask you about Mariota. Did you guys fully realize how banged up he was when you signed him, or what's his current status?
I'm not going to get into all the what we knew and didn't know. We knew he had some injuries, and this injury is not related to the injuries that he had. We felt that he would be ready to go with a good, solid training camp. He was off to a good start. This is a setback. This is a setback for him and for us, but we're excited when we get him back. He still can play.
Yeah, John, in year 3 in the system, should Derek be pretty much at the height of his powers right now in your system? And what's the key, you think, of all the breaking it down as to the troubles getting in the end zone?
We did a good job last year offensively. Like I said earlier, our goal-to-go offense was horrific. I thought our red zone was pretty good. Our 3rd down was pretty good. We moved the ball pretty good. There's 2 things we have to do better. We got to get better in our goal-to-go offense. We walked away 7 times with nothing. We turned it over down there. We got shut out on downs down there from the 1-inch line, I think 4 times. That'll help things. And we need more possessions. If you do, I think the statistical study, we don't get the ball very often. We only have, I don't know how many possessions. I think we're last in the NFL in possessions and field position. So those are two areas that would certainly help. And there's no rules against scoring on defense. You know, you can score on defense, and you're also allowed to score on special teams. That is not forbidden. But Carr's a strength of ours. He's had a great camp, and I'm excited to see him play.
Hey, John, it's Chris Matthews at KLAS here in Vegas. Let me just ask you, going into the season, there's probably a lot of people that thought this day might not come. The season kicks off tomorrow, football Sunday on with you guys and everybody else. Is it almost like, a relief? Hey, we're ready to go.
Yeah, it is. I think it's still very strange, the way we're operating, the way we're traveling, the way we're going about our daily business. This is very odd, talking to you people, not even seeing your faces. But we're getting better at it. We're excited to play. We're excited to compete. We're excited to represent the Raiders in Las Vegas. And hopefully our fans will see a team that's really going to play hard.
So I think I counted 32 in your two deep that are going into their first or second year with you guys, with the Raiders. And a lot of those guys are young guys and some rookies that are starting. Do you feel confident that they're ready for this stage this early? I mean, no preseason games, a condensed training camp. What gives you confidence, especially with the rookies, that they're not going to blink on Sunday?
Well, we've done all we can to get them ready. We're confident in these young people. That's why we brought them here. We had two rookie starters at tackle my first year here, offensive tackle. Both guys are rookies. I'd never seen that before. We had two rookie running backs, a rookie slot last year. We got two rookie wideouts this year. We got, I don't know how many rookies on defense. So we're rebuilding the team. And now we're starting to see the products of our labor, and we're hoping that Arnett and Ruggs and Edwards are up to the challenge, because Carolina's going to challenge them.
Two more guys.
Hi, Coach. Amber Dixon with NBC Las Vegas. Because of COVID-19, how prepared do you feel going into this week one compared to last year's week one?
That's a great question. That's probably the question of the day. How do I feel? I've never seen Carolina on tape, so I'm a little, I got negative feelings about that. I wish I could see something. But I feel confident. Our coaches have done a great job. Our players have done a great job. And our medical staff and the NFL has done an excellent job to give these guys a chance to play. And I credit everybody for showing the discipline day to day to get tested, to wake up at 6 a.m. every day and have meetings and practice at 7. I'm proud of our guys. We'll be ready to go.
Is that it, guys? All right.
All right. You guys have a good day.